Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today I'm playing my Gamora Limited deck. Limited only means I have made a self-imposed restriction of only core cards and cards which come in products that have Guardian heroes. So, Galaxy's Most Wanted, Gamora, Drax, etc. Mad Titan Shadow has Adam Warlock, who is a Guardian, so he counts towards this as well. And I do have one card in here from Mad Titan Shadow. I'm going to fight Drang because it is a Guardian villain. Let us power through setup. I'm going to put the Badoon ship in play. I'm going to put Milano in play. And then this comes in with 2. Shuffle him up. I do have 2 responses that are very similar. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, put a charge up counter on Badoon's ship. Drang has a response after he schemes, resume or resolve the charge up ability. So when this gets to 4, it's going to deal 2 indirect damage, and then I remove all of those. Now, one card I definitely miss is Endurance, because Gamora only has 10 health. But there are a couple cards in here which benefit from me defending, which I'll do a little bit more in this deck just because of that 10 health and lacking Endurance. Draw 4. One way or another is good early. Martinex is that one that I have from Mad Titan Shadow. I don't need both one way or another, though. That's unfortunate. Let's put that there. And interestingly, 4 Justice can come back to my hand with Conditioning Room. So let's go ahead and mulligan that too, just to see what I can get. Forward Momentum and Gamora's Sword. Gamora's Sword is a little too expensive this early to get into play. Let's use her action. Look at the top card. It is an attack event, so it will come to hand. And Counterpunch is fun. Let's, before I flip up, use Milano. I'm not going to use the Milano. I'm going to use Gamora's Sword to play Conditioning Room. And I'm going to exhaust that to return the bottommost thwart or attack in my discard pile to hand. Now let's flip up. With that for Justice, I'm going to be able to defeat whatever side scheme comes out. I'm also going to be able to remove that. So let's use one way or another. One of these side schemes has a hazard icon. There it is. I like to get that one out of the way as quickly as possible. I'm going to draw my 3 cards. Eros is a good blocker. There's another 4 Justice and a cross counter, which is nice. So let's do Mental and I'd like to keep Martinex because he only costs 2, but Drax hits hard. Let's use that Mental and Martinex to deal 4, or remove 4. It's going to remove all 4 of these. And because it was a thwart event, I can deal 1 damage. Next, let's... I could use Eros for that. 1, 2, 3 for Drax, because he's going to hit the villain hard. Let's attack for 3. And let's thwart this 2 off. Now I've got cross counter, which is a defense, so I will be able to use that and counterpunch on my turn. Ready? 1, 2, 3. True Grit gets interesting as well. But it gets more interesting. Oh man, I've got all 3 of my counter punches here. That's interesting too. I might just defend and use all of those instead of wasting my cross counter. Let's see what happens. 2 goes on and a counter. He's going to attack. Now, do I want to basic defend or do I want to not basic defend and use cross counter? What's going to end up happening is I'm going to lose a lot of my thwarting ability if I don't. Or if I use cross counter. You know what though? I think cross counter is probably the way to go because I'm still going to get to play all 3 of those counter punches. So he attacks. I'm not going to defend. He's attacking for 2, 3, which is perfect. I can use Milano. I'm not going to use the Milano because there are cards that come out of the encounter deck where you can do that. So I'm going to use True Grit for cross counter. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of it, deal 1, remove 1, and then because it's both attack and thwart, I do that again. Get to remove 1, and I get to deal 1. And now, after I've defended, I'm going to play 3 counter punches to deal 6. Takes him down to 1 on this stage. Now I have no hand, but I'm not exhausted. Bad card. After he engages you, number 1, it's going to go up because of that. Oh, I thought he attacked me also, but that is not the one that also attacks me. So that goes up. Now I have no hand. I could attack him for 2, which doesn't do me a lot of good. I don't really need to do any healing. And I don't, like I said, have any cards in hand. Let's attack for 2 for the push. He comes in with 14, and I go find his spear. Gives him +1 attack. Oh, that's what it is. When he engages you and when he activates against you, that goes up. Let's, now that I've pushed, attack with Drax for 3. Taking him down to 11. I'm going to stay up this turn. I'm going to take a big hit. I'm going to take 4, 5, plus a boost, plus 2 indirect. So I'm going to flip down this turn and hope that I have a Think Fast on top. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's not what I wanted. 2 goes on and this goes up. He is going to attack me for 4 plus a boost, so I'm just going to take it. That's 4 and resolve the charge. So that's 4, and I'm going to take the 2 indirect. So that's 6 total. 5, 6. He's going to attack me for 1 and resolve that. And I get 1 bad card. Bombardment. After resolving step 1, resolve that. So I do want to get rid of that this turn. I'd like to get rid of him this turn as well. I think what I really need to do, though, attack, or rather thwart for 2, which is going to let me play Pivotal Moment and hit him for 5. Drax can attack for 3 more. And oh. Before I thwarted the 2 off here, I played Justice Served. And then once I cleared it, that readies me. I'm going to use this Justice Serve to play Keen Instincts. I want to be ready so that I can go down and recover for 3, taking me up to 6. I'm going to use Conditioning Room, return the bottommost attacker thwart. And that's for Justice, which is going to come in handy. And heal me 1. And I didn't play that well because I could have cleared that. Because now this is going to push again. But that's just bad play. Let's ready and draw 5. And if everything goes well, I'm just going to win on my turn. I don't think there are any guards in here. So at the beginning of the phase, 2 goes on, and this clicks up. So it's going to click up again because of bombardment. He is going to scheme for 2, and this is not an attack, so this goes to 4. He will scheme for 2. When he activates, put 1 on. That is 4, which deals 2 indirect. And as long as this bad card doesn't really mess me over, I'm going to win. I should be ready. Blockade. That has 4 on it. And I could remove all that, but I don't need to. Let's use her ability. Let's flip up. Let's see, I don't need to worry about any of those. Drax could just attack for the win. Let's, just for fun, use Acrobatic Move, which deals 2 to him and removes threat there. And let's do 1, 2, 3 for Rocket. So he can attack this guy for 4. And I don't really need to do anything else. I could, for Justice, some of that threat off, but I don't need to. Let's attack for 2. So that's Gamora Limited against Drang. I do like the matchup. I do think it's, not as efficient having only cards from Guardian products and core. I don't think it is. I know it is, because I'd really love to have Turn the Tide in here. I'd really love to have Endurance in here. But even without those, the deck can still function pretty well. So let me know in the comments what you think. I am going to have this deck linked in the description and pinned in the comments. Let me know if you want to see more limited cards or limited heroes in a series. I do enjoy imposing some deck building restrictions. I think that's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.